All right. We're about to go live. Okay.
We're
actually,
live.
We are live. We are live. Let me make sure it's coming through YouTube. All right. And it is. Excellent. Excellent. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Saturday night. This is Misfit Corner Scams. This is the artist known as Drew. I'm here with my good friend, Avery Butterworth, and we're live streaming. Yeah.
Hey,
This should be an interesting experiment in the fact that almost all the videos that I put up this week, I added information to the intros, which included the fact that we live stream Saturday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that actually has an effect on the number of people that actually join this evening.
Very interesting.
Yes, it could be. It could be. And we've already got a couple of people here, so let's say hi to some people. Dave says hello to Drew and hello to Avery. Welcome,
Hello.
Dave. And Vicky and Benji are here. Says, I made it live. Yay! Welcome. Guys, I guess maybe I should wait till more people come in, but I have a surprise for everybody.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I'll give it a few more minutes. Give it a few.
Okay.
At least wait for Manuel to get here. Once he's here, then I know everybody's accounted.
Yeah, it's official.
It's official. It's official.
It's officially a live stream once Manuel's here.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Judy's here. Judy says hello, all. Darlene's here. Welcome, Darlene. Says I'm here. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Glenn's here. Glenn says, you know what? I got to increase the size of my screen. That way I can read these things. I got to remember to do that. He said, had a fun one yesterday. Scammer called about COVID test strips, then switched to diabetic testing supplies, then switched to Medicare back brace, and finally to final expense insurance. That is so sad.
Wow.
Now, the COVID test ones, you guys shouldn't be getting anymore because that program, that whole free contact Medicare and get free tests was supposed to end on the 11th of this month. So you shouldn't be getting any more of those calls. That's probably why he switched up the scripts.
He was like, "Oh crap, this one's
no longer valid. They're gonna call me out on it."
Oh no.
Dave says, "LOL, Glenn." And Manuel's here. Perfect. Manuel says, "Hello, good." Hello,
It's
Drew,
officially
good
a live stream.
It's officially a live stream. Manuel's here with us. Dave says hello to Manuel, and Jim's here. Jim says hi from New Jersey. Fantastic, Jim. Vicky and Benji says it's a surprise that James called you again. Yes. The surprise is that James, my favorite scammer, did call me again.
Yeah, he loves you.
But the surprise is I got the video edited and ready to go. It's tomorrow's video.
Okay.
So you all don't have to wait very long. I do remember.
How long is it?
It's almost 27 minutes long.
Wow.
It's a good one.
I was gonna say, hey, let's listen to it live for the people that are here. They get a little sneak preview.
Maybe.
But 27 minutes is kind of
long.
Well,
he doesn't start getting vulgar till about halfway through it because there are some edits. And I edited everything from him saying DICK to ASS. So, granted, ass is not really bad, but I went ahead. He was saying it in reference to my mother. So I felt more that I should edit it, not because of what he said, but who he was saying it about. By the way, whenever they ask me about my mother, I tell them she's dead.
Well, she's not. She's alive and well.
She's not. She's alive and well. Oh my gosh, she called me today. She called me today to remind me that my dad's birthday's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I said, yeah, didn't we just have like a big party for him for his 70th? And she said, yeah, Drew, that was 8 years ago. He's turning 78.
Wow.
I said, wait a minute, hold on a second. I got to do the calculation because my mom planned a big party for his 70th. We rented a room. They invited old time family members, his old work people. I mean, it was a huge event. I swear it was like 2 years ago. It wasn't. It was 8 years ago. Wow. The time just flies.
It do be flying.
It do be flying. All right, let me check up on me catch up on these the chat real quick, and then I got some stories to tell. Let's see. Vicky and Benji says it's a surprise that James called. Yes, I do remember that I did a community post mentioning that he called, so I kind of spoiled it ahead of time on myself. But here's the thing: I've been getting back on the horse when it comes to getting videos done and scheduled. I literally have scheduled videos all the way out through next Friday. And I had it done yesterday, which means I was a week ahead. But I moved stuff around so that the James video could be tomorrow instead of next Saturday or next Sunday. So I moved stuff around in order to bring him to you guys sooner. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wow.
Manuel says hello to Dave. Vicky and Benji says, "Oh, number one." Yes, he is my number one. Manuel says, "I'm from New Jersey, Jim." Excellent. Vicky and Benji say he's a stalker. Yes, he is. Matter of fact, what do you guys think about us trying to give him a call and invite him on the show tonight? Because I do have his number.
Who?
James's.
James?
Yeah. Because when he called me, it came up on my phone as James, ! And I talked to him for a bit. And then he wanted me to send him a photo of my checkbook. And I said, sure, no problem. And I said, let me do that and I'll call you right back. So I hung up with him. And then I sent him a picture. Not necessarily of my checkbook. Not as bad as you guys might think. I sent him something else, and I'll share that. I share that in the video. And then I called the number right back, and he picked right up. So I know that number goes to him. So if you guys are up for it, maybe
he'll say so many things on your show that could get you like in trouble.
He might.
He will.
I still want to try it. We may end up just leaving him a message, because the last couple of times I called him, and I have called him a couple of times, not like when he's expecting a call, and all I did was leave him a message. So, I mean, come on, he's one of my friends.
Does he know you as Herschel or who?
Michael.
Michael?
Yes, he has Michael's name, and he knows me he calls me Mr. Michael.
I'd be like, this is Mr. Michael. I'm just calling to say how much I miss you. And how
exactly.
much I love you.
Yeah, so I thought
I just want you to know you're my dearest friend.
Yes. Yes. Darlene says, I got a few of those free COVID test emails a few days ago. Yep. Well, you shouldn't be getting those anymore. And if you do, if you get a call, you can bring up the fact that program's over. Vicky and Benji says, wow. Yep. And smiley face. Manuel says, I watched the news, KTC3, a lady, she got scammed buying gift cards. Oh, that's horrible. And she called the scammer telling her bank be frozen. Yeah, that's what they do. Craig's here. Hey, Craig, welcome. Like button, please. I'm the hall monitor. The narc. Oh, well, algorithmic friends. Yes. Actually, I don't know if you've noticed, Craig, but in my videos this week and all of next week, I've changed the intro up a little bit to mention to people daily videos, wait a minute, hold on a second. Like and subscribe, daily videos, daily shorts, and the live stream at 8 p.m. on Saturday nights, Eastern time. Those four things are points I'm trying to remember to mention, because you guys, we talked about last week how I am horrible at mentioning my own channel on my own channel. So, Manuel says, from Lafayette, Louisiana. Okay. Vicky says, yes, call him. Vicky and Benji says, he may not be there on a Saturday night, though. Well, he one time said that it was his cell phone. So he may have it on him. If it's his work number, he may not answer. It may go. I don't know what kind of system he uses, whether it's a cell phone or not, but we'll see. Manuel says, go ahead, call James live and chat Saturday night. Vicky and Benji says, I am. Okay. Glenn says, James must have added you to his contact list that he knows you are Michael. Yes. Well, this past video, we were talking to him, and he said, what's the name that appears on your check? And I said, well, what name do you have for me? And he said, you're Michael Charper. And I said, Yes, that's what's on my check. He says, "Oh, that's not what I want. I want the name of the bank." I go, "Oh, that's not what you asked. You asked whose name was on their check." Emmanuel says, "Good evening" to Craig. All right. Let's see here. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to have to switch microphones so that you guys can hear the phone. So give me just one quick second. Dude, I am so pissed that I missed Nerd Den last night.
Oh.
I tried to stay up, but I couldn't do it. It was like 10 after 10. I was so exhausted, my eyes couldn't stay up. And I had a whole list of things I was going to talk about and bring up. So I hope you guys had a good time without me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we made fun of you a little bit and picked on you some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but, well, here's the deal, man. Some of the chat was asking about Hero.
Oh, okay.
We had to pick on you.
Okay. All right, hold on a second.
Some of them are interested, man.
All right, I'm switching microphones now. How does that sound?
A little canny, but clear.
Okay. Well, this is the microphone I use when I have my phone on speakerphone. So
okay,
it's not this microphone.
So he won't hear me.
No, he won't hear you. No, he won't hear you.
Okay.
So give me just a second.
Hey, Manuel.
Go to my contacts list. Scroll down to James, who is James with 2 exclamation points. And so I can hear it better, I'm going to take one of these off my ear. And let's call him. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just have to remember to say I'm Michael. Oh, the suspense is killing me. Vicky says, "What time is it in India?"
The text now subscriber you were trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, James, it's Michael. How's it going? Listen, I'm doing a live stream right now, and a whole bunch of my fans are in the chat, and they would love to hear from you. So if you're available in the next 30 to 45 minutes, give me a call. I know you've got my number. Give me a call, and I'll put you on the live stream. Okay, as long as you don't say no bad words, and you be respectful, I'll put you on my live stream. How's that sound? James, I hope everything's going great. I hope you're making that money. And call me back, okay? So we can talk to you live, okay? Take it easy, buddy. Have a good night or good morning, depending on where you are. Bye. All right.
So much more polite than he deserves.
Well, I mean, I want to encourage him to actually call. So.
Yeah.
Vicky and Benji says he's sleeping. He could be. All right, I'm going to switch the audio back to my regular microphone. All right. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Good deal. Woo!
That's
wild. The other thing I was going to do was I was going to open it up for the people in the chat to join this evening.
Oh, you put the link in the chat.
Yeah. So let me do that. Guys, this is just to give you an idea of what we're doing. When I invite Avery to join the live stream, I send him an email which has a link to the chat where he comes in, and then I see him pop up, and then I allow him into the studio, and you guys get to hear him. You don't ever see him because we're not trying to break the internet here.
Yeah.
But we can hear him. But for just for fun, I'm going to. Well, we'll see. This could break the internet on my end. I'm going to put the link to this live stream into the chat to allow anybody who would like to come in and say hi to come in and say hi. You do not have to show yourself on camera, but you do have to have a microphone in order to make this work. Most people's computers or phones or however you're watching this live stream should have a microphone, and StreamYards should pick it up. But once again, we ask no bad language or anything like that. And if you start to be bad, even though we'll get a kick out of it, we might have to kick you. So, all right, let me go here to the invite and copy the StreamYards thing. And let me see. I should be able to post it directly. There we go.
Into the chat.
So if you would like to join and you don't have a problem with speaking, you'd like to talk to us, like I said, you do not have to show yourself on camera. You can use that link, and you'll come into what they call the green room, and then I'll see who it is, and I'll bring you in. And as long as everybody's cool, we can play. We can do this for a little while. If nobody wants to come in, no problem. I understand. You guys have a lot of fun just watching us act like idiots and talk back and forth. That's fine. You don't have to join in, but I figured if somebody wanted to come in and say hi. Oh, Vicky says my browser doesn't support it. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let me catch up on the chat. Let's see what's going on.
Try Chrome.
Oh, wait a minute. Manuel's trying to come in.
What?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. It says they need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. Okay, Manuel, you've got to have some type of microphone connected to the device you're using. Otherwise, it's not going to pick up anything at all. It says device not connected. Avery gets that all the time when he forgets to turn on his microphone. So we'll see if it'll identify a microphone. Because once it does, I'll be able to bring him in. But I knew Manuel would be the first one to try. All right, let me go through the chat real quick and see what else we got here. Let's see. Glenn says, "Bank wheels fart go." What?
Wells Fargo.
Oh, Wells Fargo. I gotcha. Manuel says, "Good evening to Avery." Vicky says, "What time is it in India?" Have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. We got somebody. Glenn's here. Glenn, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Hello, Glenn. How are you? Can you hear us?
I can hear you just fine.
All right.
Hey.
Fantastic.
All right.
This is the first time we're doing this, and this is kind of cool. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So
Sitting here with the TV running in the background, and my cat's about ready to come in from outside.
that's all right. Trust me. Some of us here have experience with cats. I have locked all mine out. I have locked the door so that they can't come in, just simply because they like to run across the desk and run across the keyboard. So we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. Oh, so how's it going, Glenn?
Pretty good.
So let me ask you some important questions. How did you find this channel?
I'm not sure. I was just kind of poking around Facebook, and it popped up one day, and I saw it, and
Okay.
let me click on it and kind of watch some of the videos. And I thought they were pretty neat. So
Okay. Well, excellent.
I've been dealing with these Medicare scammers. I've got like 5 phone numbers that they keep calling me from, and all they want is my Medicare number or my Social Security number. And
Right.
I give them the fake name of Mike, you know who.
Yep. Very good.
So they've added me to their call list.
Now, how many calls do you get on average a day?
Well, I've gotten about a dozen
Yeah.
in the past couple of months, but the thing is, I found out that their phone numbers are actually valid, and I keep calling them back. Since I'm retired, I sit here and either watch TV or fix lunch or whatever, but I don't have a lot to do, and I sit there and I call them 400 or 500 times a day, over and over.
Now you got to be careful, because some of the scammers, they will spoof other people's numbers, and if you call them back, you'll end up calling somebody who has no idea what you're talking about. And so if it's a local number, I usually will never call it back, simply because of that fact. Because they use, like, I'm in a 904 area code. So when the phone number pops up as a 904, I'm like, I'm not going to call that back. It's most likely a scam, because if it's not somebody I don't know who would be calling me from this area code. But if I call and I've done it a few times where I've called them back, and you'll get some old lady or you'll get some old guy, and they're like, have no idea.
You're muted, Andrew. How'd you mute yourself? What'd you do?
It just popped up that I lost the thing. So, and what I was saying is that I've called people back before, and it's never a good thing. So just be careful, because you don't want to harass somebody who has no idea what you're talking about and has no idea what's going on. But if you actually do get the Medicare call center, feel free to call them until they block you.
I typically call back every number that calls me that's a scam number.
Yeah.
But I realize that it could be a spoof number. So when they answer the phone and it's like a real person that's here local or wherever they are, I said, I'm sorry to bother you, but I got a call from this number, scamming Medicare supplies or, whatever scam that they're doing. And I said, just wanted to let you know.
Yep.
They are using your number, and you can file a report with the FCC. There's actually an FCC website, and you can go out there and you can claim that you received a scam call or that they're using your number as spoofing your number. And I'm very polite to them and stuff like that. So I'm not calling back and being mad at them, but
no, I had a coworker that anytime she got a call from a number where it was a scam, she would do mean things to that number, like send it pictures, bad pictures. I'm like, oh, stop doing that! Don't do that. You don't know who you're sending that to. That could be some innocent person. Hey, Craig's here as well. Hold on a second. Let me bring Craig in real quick. He's got a camera on, so we'll see if we can bring him in. Hey, Craig, how's it going?
Hi. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see you very well because you got the light directly behind you. But
no, it's kind of perfect. I'm sorry if that's glaring, but that's kind of perfect, so I can be anonymous.
There you go.
That's the whole thing for me. Whenever I get a phone call,
mm-hmm.
I answer it because it could be somebody just who's trying to stay clean and sober. 12 steps.
Oh yeah.
Then it turns out to be a scammer, and I go in to talk to somebody live, and the first thing I say is, listen, because I did the research, you guys, this is true. I say to them, listen, there are Narcotics Anonymous meetings in India. What I want you to do, and then sometimes I mess with them, and I say, are you in front of your computer? Like they do to us, and I'll say, I want you to go into Google and Google Narcotics Anonymous meetings and find a meeting. There's probably one right down below your scammer call center.
I wonder if there's a scammer anonymous place where they can go.
There should be. Well,
there should be, but
they're all drug addicts. At 3:00 in the morning, they're doing something to stay awake to rip off us old people.
That's true. That's true. They're horrible. Hey, Jim's here as well. Let me see if we can bring Jim in. Hold on. Hey, Jim.
Hey,
can you hear us? How's it going? Can you hear us, Jim?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great, man. It's going awesome. Hey, we got a picture of Glenn up there. Hey, Glenn, how you doing?
Good. Thought I'd let you know what I look like.
Wait, you said you were an old man. You're not an old man. You're a pretty young-looking guy. Come on.
In August, I'm going to be turning 69.
Oh, wow. So literally, you're what I claim to be.
That's why I use your fake birth date whenever they ask me for when my birthday is, because I can always remember what yours is.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I don't know where that number came, where that date came from. Just one day, I pulled it out of my butt, and it was unique enough to me that I could remember it every single time they asked for a birth date. So, well, I don't know why, but sometimes I'll change it and I'll screw myself up, and I've done that a few times. If I know they're calling about healthcare and not Medicare, I'll claim to have been born in 1960. That way I'm 63 and not have Medicare. But if they're calling about Medicare, I know to say 55 because then I'm 68. And because I've screwed up the dates before and they've called me out on it. And I try to be as professional as possible. But that's fantastic. Well, what I was going to say, Glenn, is if you're getting a lot of these calls, consider recording them. Considering putting them on YouTube, I mean, the awareness is the biggest thing. The more people that are aware of what these piece of craps are doing, the better it is, because I'm shocked when I hear people I know who have relatives who have fallen for scams. I'm like, oh my God, everybody should know them, and not everybody does, which is crazy, Yeah, Craig agrees with me, right?
I've done IT support for like 35 years.
Yeah.
And my last job, I worked for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Oh, wow.
Doing IT support for them. And they decided they were going to give me a business cell phone.
Yeah.
30 minutes after it was activated, I got a scam phone call.
Yeah, I know I know for a fact that they have machines or systems that just run through numbers. And I've told you guys that before, because my wife's telephone number and my number is 1 digit off. Hers ends in a 4 and mine ends in a 5. And her number will literally ring with a scam number popping up, and then my phone will ring with the same exact number. So it's not somebody manually typing in these numbers. They have some type of system that's just running through numbers, and they just fell upon yours. Sometimes it's that simple. Crazy as it is, it can be that simple. They didn't get your name. They got your number. And how did they get your number? They just type numbers in and just let the system do it,
Yeah, the funny thing is, I get calls every once in a while from Costco Travel.
Yep, I've gotten those as well.
Saying my membership number has been selected for a vacation or whatever. I don't have a Costco membership.
Yep, so I've gotten those calls too. Yep. I like the ones that when I ask them, how did you get my number? And this happens with the Medicare ones a lot. They say, I asked them, how did you get my number? And they said, well, you filled out some type of survey. And I said, I didn't fill out a survey. Well, your family or friends did. And I'm like, I want to know which one of my family or friends, Avery,
what
gave my number out to these people. Because it's not true. It's not. Nobody's filling out a form. Stop it.
Hey Drew,
yes,
I
Jim.
think I mentioned it to you before on your I think it was like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew this was a young guy calling, like some little geek, probably like sitting in his parents' basement, got a command center. He called me, said like he was the internet company. Now he didn't say who he was, because I know who my internet company was.
They say your cable or internet provider is who they're calling from. Yes.
Yeah. He didn't say who they was. Okay. He said like your computer is sending errors to their server. I said, oh really? I said, if my computer is sending errors to your server, I said, wait a minute. Who are you? What internet company are you?
Mm-hmm.
He said like, your computer is sending errors to this server. This is the internet company. He didn't say who they were. I said, okay, if my computer is sending errors to your server, what's my IP address? Because all internet computers got cable, got a fixed IP address. Okay, dial-up got a random IP address. He wouldn't tell me. He said like, I want you to download this software. I said, I'm not downloading.
Jack. They want you to download a program like AnyDesk.
I didn't say Jack. I said something else.
Yep.
I said, I'm not downloading Jack.
That's right.
Tell me who you are, what company you represent, and whatnot. I said, like, I'm not downloading Jack and whatnot. And then he said, F you. I said, no.
Yep.
I said, I said, F you, F your grand. I said, no, I said, F you, F your dead grandmother, F your dead grandfather, F your crackhead grandma, F your crackhead mother.
Isn't it crazy when you start to question them?
On them.
Yeah, it's crazy when you start to question them, and all of a sudden, all the professionalism goes right out the window.
Yeah.
I love it when that happens. I'm like,
and then he kept saying like, F you. I said, come say it in my face.
Yeah. Well, I like
said,
it when they.
"Okay."
I like when they
And
call.
I said, and I told him, I said, like, guess what? I got your number. I'm gonna call my friend at the FBI agent Carter Pierce and whatnot. He gonna track you down and lock you up. He hung up in my face. He never called me
My
back
internet,
again.
for some reason, it's probably because I got so many people here, but that's why it keeps muting me. But I like it, Jim, when they call me and they say, "We're calling about your Windows computer. You're not getting Windows updates." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Tell me more about it." I'm on a Mac, and they don't know that, but they tell me that yeah, that's one of the most common ones I get is the Windows ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I like it when they call the home number. It's like there's no computer connected to the home number. You know?
Yeah,
Hey,
but
man, here again. Hold on.
you
Let
know
me try,
what?
let me try to
That
bring
was the
Manuel in
best
real
one when
quick.
I know he was a young kid and whatnot, because you know what? I pushed his button and whatnot, and I made him
Hey,
flip.
Drew.
Yeah, hey, Manuel. How's it going?
All right, and you, man. How you doing?
It's so good to have you here, my friend. So good.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't
Hey,
know.
guys. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing pretty dang good. Pretty dang good.
That's
How's everything going in Louisiana?
Hot weather.
Hot weather. Yep. Well, guess what? It's just starting. It's only just starting. It's only begun.
Hey, I like just your new thing, man. It's awesome, bro. It's real good. I like it.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Hey, by the way, I liked your drawing when I saw it this morning.
Oh yeah, you like that one? That is,
Oh, yes.
if I remember correctly, that's one of the pages from Hero Book 3, which is the one that we're working on right now.
Right.
We kind of got slow on it because reasons, but
Right.
that's the one we're working on. So eventually, one of
Okay.
these days, it'll be available.
All right.
I'm glad you like that.
I did.
I have so much fun doing those drawings, and I love the fact. And you know, it's so funny. I've been doing the Scam channel full time since December of not last year, but the year before. So a year. We're going on a year and a half of where it's been Scam videos every single day, and
Right.
it only dawned on me to incorporate the drawings last month.
Right.
It's like, why wasn't I doing that from the very beginning? But well. So
Hey, say hello to Dan, Andrew, for me. If he's around.
oh, okay, absolutely.
Hey, by the way, that lady did get scammed from the one from Lafayette. It was on Channel 3.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watching it, and after that, she got a phone call again for the scammer.
Did they say how much money they got from her?
She had to buy a gift card.
Right. Did they say how much though?
No, they never said.
Okay.
I need to watch it again.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, anytime they want you to purchase a gift card,
Oh.
that should be explosions of this is not right. This is wrong. You know.
yeah, but she said something in the interview is that she never thought she was gonna get caught. No,
Right,
the
right.
scam, but she did fall into the trap.
Yeah, there was. I don't know if you guys have gone to like your local grocery store or
Right.
Target or Walmart's, but if you go to like the customer service area, they have signs up all over the place. Be careful of scams and
Right, they
buying
do.
gift cards.
Right.
Because I mean, you can go get a gift card from like just one of the regular aisles. It's usually a $25 or $50. But if you want to buy a several $100 one, you usually have to go to the customer service, and they've
Right.
got signs up everywhere because it's so common that they use that as a tactic. Because when you buy a gift card and you put money on it and you give that
Right.
number to somebody, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
It's
There's
over.
nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah.
Drew,
You know.
my
Yeah.
niece friend fell for that IRS scam back in 2016.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Ah.
She bought two $500 gift cards and
Ouch.
mailed it out
Oh.
to somebody. And my niece, she got mad at her friend, so mad. And
Oh.
I mean, like, my niece said her friend lost $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That was
See-
this is 2016 now.
Yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah,
When the IRS scam was going around.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that was scary.
yeah. could you imagine somebody claiming to be the IRS and telling you have to settle your bill by buying a gift card from Target?
Oh God!
You know?
Yeah, I remember in 2016, around there, no, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody trying to use they stole my identity information.
Oh yeah.
They trying to make the income tax, and they were talking about getting about at least $5,000.
Oh wow.
And I said, what? So me and my friend went to the real IRS office. Okay.
Yep.
And I was sitting there waiting I got all my papers. And had a lady walked in to the IRS office, had a security guard right there. And she said they had somebody call me this phone number right here. And and the lady says, sorry ma'am, but the IRS do not call you. No, they do not. So what they do is
the IRS do not call you and whatnot.
Right.
They send you letters and whatnot.
Right, that's right. But the lady, they told her, call the IRS, let her know that, give me that phone number, that it was a scammer trying to call her for that,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. When it comes to the IRS, that's probably one of the easiest ways to scare somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
You call an elderly person, you call a senior citizen, and you tell them you're with the IRS, and they're immediately in panic mode. Oh my God, what's going on? What do I need to do? Tell me what to do. That is the quickest way, to scare somebody.
Yeah.
There's actually a website out there where you can actually generate as many fake credit card numbers as you want.
Oh yeah.
It'll generate a credit card number, the expiration date, and the CVV number that's on the back. And it's it uses their algorithm to say this is a valid card, but it's totally fake. There's nothing on it, and I give them these credit card numbers all the time, and they
yeah, I usually just make the first couple numbers that I give them I know are valid because I actually do have a Capital One MasterCard, guys, and the first four numbers that are usually valid. 5178 is a valid Capital One MasterCard number, but the rest of the numbers, I make them up on the fly. I make them up on the fly.
I'm halfway there.
It's funny when you do that.
Avery, what's the rest of your number, right?
Yeah. Hey man, Bill Sankovich has an artifact edition of some of his artwork.
Oh goodness gracious! You want me to just give you my credit card number?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure thing. Here's the number, Avery. It's 5178.
Okay.
I love it when you look at the camera and say, "I have no idea what the rest of my numbers I gave them," but first, you just look at the camera, dude, Drew, and it's so funny. Guys, I gotta go. I'm on a cheap phone. I gotta see how many gigabytes I'm using. I'll be back in the chat room in about 2 minutes.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Greg. I appreciate you making this work.
I'll be back in the chat room, but I'm on a cheap phone and I may be using up too many gigabytes.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Greg. All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for coming by.
Hey, Drew, have you ever heard of the artist called Dan Thompson?
Dan Thompson.
Huh.
He worked at the Colorado Renaissance Festival and did original fantasy art and had reproductions made.
Okay.
And he would sign the reproductions, and I have one hanging in my bedroom. I mean,
that's
it is
cool.
Just gorgeous, and it's black and white. And he's even done where he's sold the originals for like many, many bucks, and had them colored.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he a portrait artist?
No. In fact, let me see if I can.
I think he said he was fantasy.
In my bedroom, and I'll show you a picture of what it is.
Okay. This guy, the guy I found, does mostly portraits.
Yeah.
Work.
By the way, the video I watched this today.
Yeah.
Denver, Colorado.
That damn woman's so crazy. I couldn't understand what the hell she was saying.
Oh.
You guys say, what? I said, say that again. We went through that again. I think I'll repeat it again. And you should continue asking us. I say, man, what the hell? Okay. Sure.
Okay. Denver, Colorado. Dan Thomas?
Yeah, it's the Colorado Renaissance Festival. And
Gotcha.
It's down in Larkspur.
Yeah, okay, I found his website.
But there's a picture that I have.
Oh wow, that's very nice. I see the dragon. I see the guy, the face.
Yeah. He does a
Very
lot of
cool.
stuff that looks like seals and sigils and medieval, stuff like that. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
That's cool.
He's got all kinds of hidden things in the pictures too. There's like unicorns and dragons and
Yeah.
a wizard.
Yeah.
Dan Thompson's fine art. I found him. There's several artists by that same name.
Yeah, that's what got me. Is I think I've heard the name before, but not this. So
Yeah.
because there's probably several of them out there. But that's really nice.
Yeah, I've got a print that he signed for me. You
Yeah.
know, when he makes the art, he signs the art, and then when it's reproduced, it has his signature on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he signs it a second time, so I have an official signature from him.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not a huge fan of prints. I like originals, so I don't make a lot of prints of my own stuff. I have in the past, but I'm not a big, huge fan of them. But honestly, if you get to a level where you're doing art like that, it takes a long time to produce a page of art like that. And sometimes if you want to make money off it, you have to do prints. Hey, look, it's a cat.
Hey.
Well, you have different levels of fans. You have the
yeah.
fan that can afford the expensive original, but you also have even more that can't. That's like the $20, $30 prints. What they can do, and you make those prints available for them, and you sell the original for the really hardcore collector. That's that's got a bit of a bankroll.
Yep.
You let them buy the original.
This
Yeah,
is my
well,
little buddy Tux.
Tux, very nice. Hey, buddy.
What's
No,
up?
that was my wife that just came to the door to my office,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and she needed to borrow something, and I was so dreading she was actually going to let a cat in, but she didn't. So thank goodness.
Hey, I still like the monster, okay?
The monster's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful, but she has no qualms whatsoever about walking across my keyboard as I'm trying to work.
Yeah, I think last time you had the big fat cat on the video.
Yep. Yeah, that's my wife's cat Benji. I call him Big Butt because he can't walk into a room without knocking stuff over. So
I got a cat. I keep him in the other room. I call him Klepto or whatnot because every time he's in here, whatnot, he jumps up here on the keyboard and whatnot, and knocks stuff over.
well, my wife's cat Benji, I swear he's a tornado in the fact that he cannot walk into a room without knocking something over. And he tends to whip his tail around and knock my drinks over, knock my pencil up over. And,
yeah, but the last video I seen, he was right behind you on your chair.
Yes.
I'll be sitting there, I'll be trying to write stuff down, and my cat just jump up there and just like hit his face in my face and whatnot. And I'm like, then I mess my documents up and whatnot. I'm like, get off the desk and whatnot.
You know what? Actually,
back up there.
What's so really bad is when my wife is home, I can shut my door and the cats will not bug me because they have somebody else out in the house that they can go annoy her. But when they're not home, they will sit at my door and whine and meow and scratch the door. So I have to let them in. And
That's what my cat do.
Hey, don't feel bad. I got my nephew has a big dog.
Oh,
Right,
yeah?
he's 3 years old, and I have a mother dog that's living in my room. It's my niece. But when I walk out of my room, his dog started barking like crazy. So I had to let him out to bring him outside to use the bathroom. It's like, man.
Oh, hey, Avery, Rick's in the chat now. Hey, Rick. Hey, Cross. How's it going?
What's up, Rick?
All right, I have totally and completely lost track of the chat, so I'm so sorry, guys. We're having so much fun here.
Hey, it's all right. I still like it.
Yeah. I'm just checking real quick. I see Glass Bottle came in. Glass Bottle's here. A Little Stinky is here. Welcome to the show. Let's see who else is here.
That was my wife.
that just came to the door. Oh, I can hear somebody playing the video. Oh, hold on a second. I got. This is another new one. Auto aim off says Misfit Corner, sir. Thank you truly for all that you do for the people. For many people, these individuals would be taking advantage of. They have bombarded my elderly relatives for years about Medicare and Comcast. I know it's. Well, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you have elderly family members, let them know about these things. Let them know about it, because you won't believe how many times I've gotten calls from, oh my gosh, my mother. And she'll say, hey, Drew, I got a call today, and the person said this. Is this a scam? And I'm like, yes! It's like, good God, woman, yes! And it's... People don't really know. The awareness is not where it should be. And everybody here probably knows exactly what I'm talking about, because they're always trying something new. They're always trying to get you to be afraid of something and to get your information. And they use what's going on in the world, like that whole thing about the free COVID tests. They use that as a way to call you up and to try to steal your Medicare information. You know, and it's a valid program. It was absolutely a valid program. Final expense insurance is a valid program. These things are out there, but they're using them. You know, final expense is not necessarily a scam. I honestly don't know if it is or not, but they call claiming to be from final expense insurance providers, and they're trying to get your information. You know, and that's how they do it. And they use things, they know what's going on in the world. They know what's happening in our country, and they use those things in order to get you to give them information. So,
hello, it's me. How you doing?
Daniel, yeah, we can still hear you. Hey, hold on a second. Rick's here. Let me bring Rick in real quick.
Hey,
what's up, Rick?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
How's it going, my friend?
It is going good.
We're talking about scams. Do you get scammed in Canada often?
Well, I'm sure people do, and they try, but well.
You're just too good.
One that I've fallen for. Well, it was an email one a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like 10, 15 years ago. I fell for one once, never since.
Yeah. Now, do you get calls about stuff like that?
I don't.
No. Does your mom?
Well, no. Well, she doesn't have a cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I got a call. I told you about this one a few months ago, but I got a call a few months ago. They're trying to say somebody made purchases on my credit card when my credit card's pay as you go. There wasn't the money on it to do it. But, you know, when you hear that at first, it's like, what the?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like,
exactly.
1 second.
Yeah, once they start giving you information about the scam, you start to realize the lies that fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, so
I technically had 2 pay-as-you-go credit cards, or Visa debit cards.
Right.
You know, it's through your bank, but it's a Visa, so you can do stuff online. And if the money's in your bank account, you can buy it. You know,
right.
So it's sort of pay-as-you-go, sort of not. You get it, but you know, and I know I didn't have the money that they claimed that was a charge. I'm like, but at first, you know, you're like I said, you know, when you're not expecting the call, you know, at first I believed it, and then it's like, 1 sec, and probably due to your channel.
Oh, good.
It got me thinking. 1 sec. How about I call my bank first? You know, and you know, call them to make sure this isn't legit or whatever. And he eventually he hung up.
Well, I always find it funny when the Amazon scammers call me and they tell me that there's been an order placed on my account for like a $1,500 or $1,900 computer, and the first thing that always goes through my mind is, they didn't use any of my accounts. I ain't got that much money in there. I don't know where. Hey, if there used to be an old joke about a guy who had completely ruined his credit, and the joke was that somebody was trying to steal his identity in order to get loans and stuff like that. And the person's thought was, I think it was a comedian that did the stand-up act, and he says, if they can get loans using my name and my credit, more power to them. Because I
I feel that way too, because I don't have the best credit. Well, I might have a better credit nowadays, but I used to not have good credit.
yeah, but I think that one of the things the comedian, because I remember this comedian, and he was saying something like, if they're getting credit using my name, the only thing they can do is improve my credit score.
Well, let me tell you about a scam that's you might say I've been involved in. And this is like over the last several months, and I keep getting packages with COVID tests.
Right.
I've gotten 4 packages now. I'm up to like 28 COVID tests.
So who's giving you information?
Each time I get one of these, I call Medicare and say, hey, I keep getting these COVID tests and I don't need any more. I have too many. And they look at my account and say, well, this doctor and this doctor and this doctor have ordered COVID tests for you. And I said, I have no idea who they are. And the last time I called Medicare, they said, well, the Medicare COVID tests are no longer valid anymore, and they've been sending out expired tests to people. I said, well, these aren't expired. And I said, but the thing is, they're like $96 for each test.
Cool.
And they've already, charged my Medicare account like $2,500 for these tests.
God damn.
Wow.
And I said, well, what can we do about this? And I said, well, there's not much they can do about it. And I said, well, I'm worried about them using my Medicare number in the future for other things like back braces and stuff like that.
Right.
And, because it will end up biting you in the rear end. If you go into like the hospital or something like that and you need something that's covered by Medicare, well, you've already used all your benefits. And what they suggested I do would be to put in a request to get a new Medicare number, which is what I did this last time I called them last week.
Oh, okay.
And they said it'll probably take up to 2 weeks because they have to go through and review and this and that. And I said, well, I'm not ordering these tests, and none of these doctors I have any affiliation with.
Yeah,
but
if it's obvious that somebody out there is abusing your Medicare number, Medicare should want to help you change your number and give you a new number.
Yeah, and
if it's obvious that somebody's abusing it, it's in your best interest as well as theirs. I've never had to deal with that, so I don't know how easy and difficult it is. But
the only
by
thing
God,
I
people,
my Medicare
contact
number to is my own healthcare provider. They're the only ones that have it. That and my eye doctor, and that is it. I've never given it to anybody. But apparently my Medicare number is somewhere out there on the dark web, and somebody's gotten a hold of it in my name, and they're using it to fraudulently claim against my Medicare account.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time to change doctors.
Well, not necessarily. Your doctor may have nothing to do with this. May have absolutely nothing to do with it. So
yeah, I just say that joking.
I got you. But
I'm
not from the States, so I don't know a lot about that whole system.
You got a call from Norton telling you that your computer is infected.
Yes.
If you don't install Norton, your computer will be infected and will go and your data will go on it and will be on the dark web and stuff like that. I hung the phone up in his face. I said, like, heck you and whatnot.
Yep.
Well,
see, they
use Norton. I used to use Norton, but I took Norton off and whatnot.
Right, but see, Norton is one of those commonly known companies that people recognize when they're talking about virus protection and computer protection. Same thing with Amazon. Everybody is familiar with Amazon. Everybody is familiar with Walmart. So they use the names of companies that people will recognize, and there's a really good chance that if they claim they're from one of those companies, you've had business with them before, and there's a better chance that you're going to believe what they're telling you. It's all a lie. They're not from Norton. I don't think Norton calls anybody. That's like Medicare calling people. It doesn't happen.
Well,
Yeah,
heck,
it's
with,
usually your
with
Best
the
Buy.
antivirus stuff, I don't even use it because I find it hurts your computer more times than it helps.
Well,
It
like
can
I
slow your
said,
computer down.
I have a Mac for that reason. So the computer virus people don't usually mess around with Mac simply because there's so few of them out there. There's more Windows than anything else. So
Yeah, you do with an
But-
iSmack.
when it comes, guys, another bottom line reminder to everybody: if you have Medicare and you have issues on any level with Medicare, contact Medicare yourself and do it directly. Contact them directly. Don't take a call from somebody claiming to be from Medicare and they're going to transfer you to somebody. And no. Call them yourself. Contact them yourself. And there's plenty of ways to contact them. So,
Hey,
Hey,
Pat,
you know,
I've got
you
to let
remember?
go.
go ahead,
I gotta-
Gabriel. What were you saying?
You remember a couple of months ago I told you that I received a phone call from the scammer on text now,
Okay. Yes.
and they left a voice messenger
Mm-hmm.
saying that somebody been hacked into my Amazon account,
Yep.
and I listened to the whole voice, and you had to do is call and press 1 and talk to the fraud department.
Mm-hmm.
And I just listened to it. And you know what? I never called him back. I just slipped it on.
Well, that's good. That's good because most likely it was a scam. Because
It
I don't-
was a scam.
I don't think Amazon calls anybody either.
No,
You know?
they don't. No, they don't do that.
And honestly, it would be against their own business model if
Right.
somebody placed an order for an iPhone for them
Mhm.
to then call the customer and say, "Hey, did you actually do this or not?" They're not going to
No.
do that.
No,
They
no.
want you to place orders. They're not going to have
Right.
you question an order.
Right.
You know, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I get emails all the time about Amazon unable to renew my Prime membership.
Oh yeah, I get those too myself.
Yeah, the joke's
did
on
that.
them. I don't have a Prime membership.
There you go.
Yeah, me too.
But see, they say that because so many people do.
Yeah.
So many
Right.
people do to the point
Yeah.
where my mother-in-law gets emails all the time claiming
Right.
that her cable bill is late, that her internet bill is late, that her electric payment is late. And none of those things are ever late. She literally pays her bills before the bills even come in the mail. That's how crazy she is about paying her bills. But when she gets an email, she's like, "Oh no, what's going on? Something's happened. A bill is not paid," and she
Yeah,
panics.
somehow it got intercepted. Somehow the money got intercepted in the middle of the transfer, and it didn't actually get paid. Although you got a receipt on in your email
Okay.
saying, or
Okay,
Well,
they
the
didn't
best-
make the payment, whatever.
The best part about my mother-in-law is when she clicks on the links, they usually take you to a fake page where they want you
Right.
to sign into your account, and she doesn't
Uh-huh.
remember any of her passwords. So she's to the point where she's never going to give them her passwords because she doesn't know them.
Mhm.
So
Hey, Drew, you made a video yesterday, right?
what's that?
You posted a video yesterday.
Oh yeah, I post a video every day.
Which one was that? The cable or something?
Yesterday was
Friday.
Friday. I think that was the
You were drawing something, weren't you?
no, that was
No, that was
that was
today.
today's video. Let me see real quick because I know.
Something to do with the cable service.
Oh yeah, it was the fifth call, the fourth video from the cable scammers, the ones that keep telling me they want me to send them a check and then give me different addresses, PO boxes to send it to. So
Yeah. What's the name of the company that you want to
well,
send it to?
they claim to be from Comcast, which is actually a company that operates in Jacksonville. Most people who have internet here have Comcast. So
No, you had another one you made on Thursday. It was for the cable too, but it was a Sovereign, I think.
yeah, Thursday. Oh, Spectrum is
Guess
the name
what?
of them.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna believe me.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
riding in my car.
Spectrum. Hey, the
I
one
was
about
driving.
Spectrum, Drew, that was the one where you was telling the guy to shut up. Shut up. And I was laughing so hard. He kept telling the guy, and then the lady got on the phone
And you said, like,
Sometimes they don't listen.
And you tell them, shut up. And they hung up. I was laughing so
You guys,
also see, I was going to tell you that Spectrum that you said it.
Yep.
You're not going to believe it. They have it in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
Yes, I just found out I was driving my car going to pick up some medicine, and I was listening to the radio station and then announcing.
Now, I'd been told that Spectrum mostly operates up in like New England area, like New York and all.
Right.
So I don't know why they're calling Florida because there's no Spectrum here in Jacksonville.
I just found out. Like I say, I found out we have Spectrum over here in Louisiana now.
Gotcha.
Like the internet service cable.
Yep.
Well, over here in
got a quick
Jersey.
joke for you for our Canadian friend.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Glenn. You got a joke.
Well,
other than looking at your picture.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
That was
We love you, Rick.
When they decided to create this new country just north of the United States, they were wondering what to call this country. So what they did is they got a bucket and they put all these little tiles in the bucket that had letters on them. And they would pull out one letter at a time, and they said, well, what are we going to name this country? And he pulls out the first one, and he goes, C, A. Pulls out the second one, N.
D, A. Pulls out the third one, N, A. Can you tell I've heard this joke before?
Yeah. You know, I hate to say it, Rick, but I used to work for a call center for a credit card company, and we had branches in India as well as Canada, and we referred to Canada when we talked about it, when not officially, but when we referred to the Canada people that took our calls, we referred to them as Canada. They did not.
That would go good right now with Trudeau.
Well, they didn't. They did not hire the best of the best to answer our calls. So I'll be honest with you, they were not very bright. I'm sure they've gotten better, and that was 20 years ago. So I'm sure they started hiring people with educations and stuff like that.
I used to work for IBM on a call center. Supporting a large bank that kind of went nationwide. And there was always this one bank manager that called up. She had some issue or problem. And she was apparently from Vietnam. And her name was Mai, M-A-I.
Okay.
Last name was Ho, H-O. Every time she called me up, I'd say, could you hold on for a second? I'd put her on hold. And I yell over the call center, hey, I've got my Ho on the phone.
No! He did say this was a company he used to work for.
And there was another manager would call up, and her name was Candy.
Okay.
And her name was Corn. And I
really?
said, were parents just very sadistic or something? She says, no, my name is Candy, and I married a guy named John Corn, so my name is Candy Corn.
Get out of here.
Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. Well, guys, I appreciate you all coming in this evening. Special thanks to Manuel, Jim, Rick, Glenn, and Craig for joining us. I think this was a success. I don't know how often we'll do this, but we're definitely going to have to do this again, okay?
All right.
Andrew, I'm not sure whether you've seen it before, but what do you think of my little friend?
Oh, I like it. I like your shirt, too.
Yeah.
That's
the
nice, man.
The life-size standee of Canadian Shield.
A life-size of one of his characters. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start removing people. No offense.
No problem.
I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick, and then Manuel, I'm sorry, my friend, but we're going to...
No problem, really?
We got to slowly wrap this up.
I'm watching the NBA playoffs anyway, so I'm going to get
ready. Jim, who's playing?
The Lakers and the Nuggets.
Lakers and the Nuggets?
Game
I'm going
3.
Lakers.
Go Nuggets.
The Lakers and the Nuggets, game 3.
I'm going the Raptors. I'm not playing, but I'm going the Raptors.
Oh, shut up. Nobody cares
The
about
Raptors are out.
All right.
Raptors are out. It sounds
Yeah, well,
like you put
I
things
figured
down.
that. I'm just, the being Canadian me.
Rick, since you were the last one here, you're the first to get. You're the last one in. You're the first one to go. So, bye,
Okay.
Rick. All right, Manuel. Thank you so much for joining.
No problem,
I appreciate
man.
seeing you. I had a fantastic time with you here, and I
You too.
appreciate you and Glenn as well. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Harass
Hey,
the
one
scammers.
question, Drew.
Yes, yes.
Guess how old I am?
Guess how old you are? You've told
Yeah.
us that before.
Okay, and
I think you're in your 60s, are you not?
correct.
Yes, 60.
No, that's it.
60 on the dot?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, all right. Well, my persona is a couple of years older than you, so my 68-year-old persona. I keep getting the scammers say you sound like a young man, and I'm like, oh, thank you, in your 20s or 30s, and I'm like, really? Damn. No. All right. Well, Manuel, I appreciate you coming in. I'll
No
talk
problem,
to you
man.
soon, okay? Thanks for
Okay.
joining. Glenn,
Take care, Drew.
thank you. Thank you. Enjoy. And like I said, mess with the scammers. If you can record the calls and put them on YouTube, please do. I highly recommend it to get out the awareness. So,
I'll give it a try.
all right. Good luck. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Woo. I got to switch me back to the other side.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun, guys. That was a little experiment, and I had a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Let me just catch up on the chat because we got a couple of new people that came in. Betty's here, of course. Betty, how are you? Said everyone good night, stay safe, and don't let scammers scam you. Absolutely. Pink hand waving. Darlene says I would have kept my maiden name. Okay, I'm sure it had to do with some of the conversations before, but I'm just checking who's here. Pez is here. Oh, Pez.
The woman who got the name Candy Corn is what she was.
Oh, Candy Corn. You got it. Right.
Jeez.
Okay. I got to catch up. Pez. It would have been great to have Pez on because then he could have told us the future, because he lives in
yeah.
Australia.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
He says, take care and stay safe. Bernie B says, keep up the videos. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Craig says, everybody have fun. You don't have to. It's just my best advice. Absolutely. Vicky says, be safe, guys. Knocking off or taking off.
Taking off.
Why am I just... Yeah. Glass Bottom was here. Hey, Glass, how's it going? Says, I wish these people would stop outsourcing support centers to and India. They will tend to moonlight in scamming. That is absolutely true. The credit card company that I mentioned before, we actually did have some call centers in India, and I don't know. Honestly, I think it was more of a headache than anything else. But I haven't been with that company in over 15 years, so I don't know if they're still doing it or not. But anyway, let me see. I'm just scrolling real quick, see if there's anybody else that joined that I'm missing. I think I got everybody. Oh, Fearful Milk was here. Holy crap. He said, yo, at some point. I didn't even realize he was here.
Yeah.
Fearful Milk, if you're still there, I hope everything's going good. I know it's late for you, so I hope you get a good night's sleep. And let's see. Everybody else we talked to before. All right. Excellent. Fantastic. I had fun. Avery, how about you?
No, it was fine. It was great.
Yeah. I was originally thinking just bring one person in at a time, but then I didn't want to kick somebody to bring somebody else in. So I was just like, let's just keep adding people.
This is a fun thing to do every once in a while,
Absolutely.
Let people come in and talk about what they want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine. It's great.
Whew. All right. Well, guys, I am going to go through the chat event later and just read up on what everybody said. Just make sure there wasn't anything really good and juicy that I missed out on. I'm probably not going to read them all on the chat, so you'll understand. But I appreciate everybody who came in this evening. I appreciate everybody who got to join on the show. That was awesome. And you guys are fantastic. We have such a great community here, and I have so much fun with it. So I appreciate everybody coming in. Everybody be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. And just remember, if you get calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it and share it with everybody. Share it on YouTube. We would
Screw
love
and share.
it. Screw and share. That's right. Avery, thanks a lot for coming in again. I appreciate it, my friend. And everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you all later.
Bye.